The Genoese Empire was a merchant republic that rose to power during the 15th to 19th century by expansion in areas that were bustling with trade. From a small nation in northern Italy, it would rise as a world power and one of the richest countries of the old times. It all started in 1444 AD, when the current ruler of Genoa formed the very first trade league, a kind of defensive alliance between states in the Holy Roman Empire, where the members would come to the aid of anyone who was attacked by their neighbors. A formal alliance was also signed with Austria, the current emperor, and the Papal State, a neighboring country. This was all done with the idea that the rising Ottoman Empire was a threat to Genoa, and strong allies would prove vital to the further survival of the country. In 1444, an attack was launched on the small state of Theodoro in the Crimean region. This was to strengthen the trade that the Genoese traders had built up in this region and further increase their presence around the Ottomans. Not long after the fall of Theodoro, the focus was sent west as the conquests of Granada happened. While Genoa in all purposes was one of the richest trade nodes in the known world, the control over the Sevillan Strait was key to keep control over the trade. Allowing the growing country of Castile and Portugal to conquer this region would put Genoa in a position where they had to trust them to keep letting merchants through. This was not an option. In 1449, Granada fell and the region of Gibraltar was conquered. During 1450, the Renaissance had started in Venice after the Byzantine refugees had arrived there to flee the Ottomans. Italy had once again started a golden era and the regions turned richer by the hour. An attack was launched on the neighboring state of Provence to further secure the region. This conquest continued as more and more states fell to Genoa, and soon most of the northwestern parts of Italy was under Genoese control. In 1455, the ruler of Hungary died without an heir and the Habsburgs of Austria claimed the throne. This would make Austria a great power of the world and a key ally for Genoa. With the fall of Constantinople in 1468, the threat of the Ottomans was more real for every moment, and strong alliances were key for survival. With trade regions in Europe secured, the Genoese leaders looked west as tales of a new world reached the court. Ideas of exploration spread through the nations, and in 1468 the first colonists left Genoa to colonize the western coasts of Africa. This is thought of as the start of the Great Colonization and would further strengthen the trade that arrived in the Genoese trade region. During the late 15th century, colonists of Genoa arrived in key positions along the African coastline, and in 1488 the first colonists reached the Caribbean. While colonists were the main focus during this time, the Crimean region wasn't forgotten, and the small neighboring state of Crimea was conquered after border conflicts arose. Several Genoese settlements were sacked by the Crimean hordes, and an attack was launched to capture their capital. With the fall of Crimea, Genoa was now considered a great power of the world, and they soon left the Holy Roman Empire as their grip had loosened over the years. In 1500, the Protestant Reformation started in northern Germany, and 10 years later the Age of Discovery would end. The Age of Reformation and religious conflicts had begun, and the world was in a tense situation. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed my sort of video AAR. I'm going to make 3 more of these videos, each covering one of the great ages, as I felt that I wanted to do something else than a time-lapse video on this campaign. I'm currently working on a Japanese run, and that will be just a normal time-lapse, but I don't know when I'll finish that one. Thanks for all the support, it's been amazing, and as always, if you liked the video, leave a like, and if you didn't, I'm sorry I wasted your time. With that said, I'll see you in the next video. Fullbordad out.